So we've got some pretty interesting Spider-Man news that I wanted to talk about and give my thoughts on. That's coming up in the world of Marvel, not just with the upcoming Spider-Man 4 film, meaning the fourth Spider-Man film in the MCU universe, not the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4, even though it shocks me that Sony didn't start working on that after No Way Home, considering how well received Toby and Andrew were in that movie. It shocks me that they didn't just go ahead and try to make Spider-Man 4 and Amazing Spider-Man 3. I'm talking about like Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. And also, I want to talk about some of the false reporting and the correct information about the third Spider-Man Spider-Verse film. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So Tom Holland, discussing film, has the following. Tom Holland and Zendaya are both working on new deals to return to Spider-Man 4, which obviously they will. I do believe that Holland's contract ended before No Way Home, I think. I remember reading that. No, yes, before No Way Home at Endgame. No, not at Endgame, at Far From Home. But then they gave him a new one, or maybe it was at No Way Home. So this is going to be a brand new deal for them. Now, yesterday it came out that Destin Daniel Cretton is going to be directing. Now that's interesting because it's not going to be John Watts, who was originally attached to do the Fantastic Four film, and that's also been changed. But Dustin Daniel Cretton did the Shang-Chi film, and that was a good movie. That was a really good. It was one of the bright spots in that really murky time period for Phase 4 of the MCU. And him doing this, I think, will work because I think he nailed that one. So why would he not nail this one? It says here Chris McKenna and Eric Summers, who wrote the previous three Spider-Man films, are returned to write the script. Source Deadline. So they've got some big shoes to fill, man, if they're gonna try to overdo No Way Home, because No Way Home, bringing back those classic Spider-Man characters and not just the villain, the good guys, but also the villains. I mean, that film was just a great time in the theater. I actually feel bad for people who did not get to experience that in the movie theater, or for people did not who are going to be born later, who are going to miss that experience. Because dude, that opening night for that movie was magic, dude. Everybody was going nuts for everything. So it's not going to have as many quote unquote high spots as you would think, but it's still going to it's going to be worked as effectively as possible. So we'll see how it goes. Now, the other piece of news was last night there was a report that Beyond the Spider-Verse was scrapped for creative reasons and that they were going to postpone it till 2027. And I was pissed off. I was like, no, man, come on. Turns out that was a false report. That is not true. Chris Miller of Lord and Miller, who have been hired, at one time they were hired to just do the Spider-Verse films, but later they were actually put in charge of like coming up with a whole Spider-Man like universe, like not just the Spider-Verse movies, but like other things as well. So during that entire time that's going on, the like there was a report that came out, and I don't remember if it's accurate or not, that Lord and Miller were not going to be working on Spider-Man anymore. This was like weeks ago, and I was going to do a video on it, but I never got around to it. There's a lot of news that I'm catching up on today because I was super busy. Like, I actually wanted to get this video out earlier this morning, and I wanted to get a video out about Monday Night Raw being 2 hours, but maybe I'll record it tonight and then drop it tomorrow. That could be what I do, but Chris Miller is saying Beyond the Spider-Verse is being scrapped for creative reasons is not true, and he says nothing has been scrapped. The reels are coming along nicely, so it's still being made. Don't forget, that movie was supposed to come out. That film was supposed to come out this year, earlier this year, if I remember correctly, but then the writer's strike messed everything up, and we have to wait longer. So I think it was supposed to come out in March of this year. So thankfully, that project is still on the way, and that's very exciting. So we've got Spider-Verse 3 and Spider-Man 4 live action versus animated. It's going to be a good time very soon as Spider-Man hits the theaters once again. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Take care.